Hello, children. I hope all of you are keeping fine. Today, we will read or study about the Chauhans. The Chauhan dynasty controlled areas in Rajasthan, Delhi, and some areas of Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh. So, they ruled over Rajasthan, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, the northern part of India. A brave warrior clan which won many battles. The Chauhans declared themselves free of the Pratiharas in early 11th century and formed their own kingdom under Prithviraj Chauhan. So, children, here we see the picture of Prithviraj Chauhan, and they had established their kingdom under the Prithviraj Chauhan. Okay, and Prithviraj Chauhan was a very brave king. During his childhood, he was a brilliant and a very skilled uh, and a sharp learner of military. He could hit a target without seeing, only by hearing the sound. He could hit the target. A book has also been written in his honor by Bardai. Sorry, the name of the book is Prithviraj Raso in Brij Bhasha. Okay, I have written some points over here. Okay, now let us continue. The defeat and the death of Prithviraj Chauhan by Muhammad of Ghori in 1192 brought the end of this kingdom. This was the second battle of Tarin. Okay, the first battle was won by Prithviraj Chauhan, and the second battle he got killed. He was defeated and he got killed. Muhammad of Ghori was from the Ghurid dynasty. They remained as feudatories of Muhammad of Ghori and later Sultans of Delhi. Vijayanagara Kingdom. Vijayanagara Kingdom was established by two brothers, Harihara I and his brother Bukkaraya I in 1336 at Vijayanagara in Karnataka. It came to prominence due to the combined efforts of various kingdoms in southern India. To resist of the Muslim invaders. Now, children, many of the other kingdoms also joined hands with them, and together they made an effort and they kept the Muslim invaders away from their kingdoms. The Vijayanagara Empire was powerful and cosmopolitan in nature. The patronage of fine arts, literature, Carnatic music, and architecture can be seen in many monuments spread all over the peninsula. Now, children, underline the places where it has already been underlined. Okay, so we underline from here the patronage of fine arts, literature, Carnatic music, and architecture can be seen in many monuments spread all over the peninsula. And now, what is a peninsula? The peninsula is a land surrounded by water from three sides. So, our southern portion of India is surrounded by water from three sides: Arabian Sea on the west, Indian Ocean on the tip, and towards the east we have the Bay of Bengal. Okay, the south we have the Indian Ocean, right? So it forms into a peninsula, and the northern portion is the land. So a land covered by water from three sides is called a peninsula. So we know about a peninsula now. The administration was people friendly and the king was the ultimate authority. Now the children, whatever permission or whatever little needs was, everything was known to the king. So he was the ultimate authority. Whatever used to happen or whatever permission was needed, it was the king who had to give. Okay? The Vijayanagara Empire had successfully dominated southern India and prevented Deccan sultans from gaining any victory. The Battle of Talikota in 1565 saw the decline of this empire, with many feudatories breaking away and declaring independence. Now, children, underline this portion, the Battle of Talikota in 1565. Now, there can be two questions over here. When was the Battle of Talikota? Or which battle took place in 1565? Either ways. Okay? So many others, after the decline of this empire, many other small kingdoms came up. Okay, they declared independence. Independent kingdom. Small kingdoms had all come up with independence. Okay? Now we will study about the Cholas. A closer look. Uraivur to Tanjavur. These two other places. We begin with the rise of the Cholas, a small chiefly family known as the Muttarayar, held power in the Kaveri Delta. They were subordinate to the Pallavas, king of the Kanjipuram. Now, subordinate to the Pallavas. Pallava is again a dynasty of Kanjipuram. Vijayalaya, who belonged to the ancient chiefly family of the Cholas of Uraivur, captured the delta from the Muthuraya in the middle of the ninth century. Now, children, from Muthuraya, it had gone to the other person, that is Vijayalaya. Okay, he took over. He built the town of Tanjavur and a temple of goddess Nishumbhasudini there. The successor of Vijayalaya conquered neighboring regions of the kingdom, and the kingdom grew in size and power. The Pandyan and the Pallava territories to the south and north were made part of this kingdom. So, which are the two territories which had become the part of the kingdom? The Pandyan and the Pallava territory. So, underline Raja Raya I, the most powerful Chola ruler, became king in 985 and brought most of these areas under his control. He is also credited with rec- reorganizing the administration of the empire. Rajaraya's son Rajendra I followed in his father's footsteps and continued his policies. Sorry. Now, whatever the father had done, it is the son who extended his policy again. He followed his policy as well as he followed his own policies too. Okay? Let me do the setting, children, so that you all can see it clearly. Rajendra I went on raids to the Ganga Valley, to Sri Lanka, and several Southeast Asian countries for these overseas expeditions. Rajendra I had a well developed navy. So he also had a well developed navy in those days. Okay. Navy is the army of in the water. The water We also the water through the water India is also protected through the navies. Okay. Splendid temples and bronze sculpture. Now, splendid means excellent. One of the word is excellent, so that it is easy for you all to understand. Splendid temples and bronze sculpture. They had also developed many temples which were beautifully done. Raja Raya and Rajendra built beautiful temples at Tanjavur and Konda, Cholapuram. Each is an architectural marvel decorated with beautiful sculptures typical of these temples. Several of Chola temples became the center of the town, which grew around the temples. These temples were also center of art and craft. Here, children, a lot of things could have been seen. Here, there is a picture which I will like to show. See over here. See the sculpture over here. It's made. It's done beautifully. Okay, so when it was shown, a lot of art and craft was also done on these temples. All the temples were given land grants by the Chola kings. The temple was given land grants means by the kings of Cholas. That means that they had donated a lot of lands to the temple. The produce from these lands were used to maintain all the specialists who worked at the temple and very often lived near it. Now, in this land, the people used to stay in these lands who used to maintain the temples, like the priests, garland makers, cooks, sweepers, musicians, dancers, and etc. These are the people who are, they work for the temple. Work in the sense they stay there, they do things for the temple, the god and the goddesses, they look after the temple. Thus, these temples were not only places of worship, they were the hub of economic, social, and cultural life as well. So, we underline from here it was the hub of economic, social, and cultural life as well. Now, children, economic because since there is a temple, people will be buying things to worship. So, economic and social, they also met people, and cultural, as there were dances, there were music, and in those days, there were music and dances in the temple also. Even we have it today, like in we say kirtan in Hindi, it takes place. Then Jagaran also, it takes place near the temple. Similarly, in those days also, there were these kind of things, cultural programs were also there. Amongst the crafts associated with the temples, making of bronze image was the most special and was a characteristic feature. Now, things were made in bronze. The images were made in bronze. Okay. Chola bronze images are regarded to be the finest in the world, while most images were of deities. Some images were of important devotees as well. Okay, children. So, Chola bronze is supposed to be regarded as the finest in the world, not only in India but in the world. Okay, and the images of deities means gods and goddesses, and some images were of important devotees as well. So, children, we'll keep it till here, and in the next part, we will do the remaining. Thank you so much and take care.